Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another hot topic on He Say, She Say with your girl CoCo J.
And your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, definitely in the place to be, man. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode. It's been 7 days since the last time. It's been a full week. So, also, don't forget, it's Social Media Friday. So if you got social media, make sure you hit us up on Twitter and Instagram so you hit up the beautiful co-host, Ms. CoCo J, at Hey, It's CoCo J. That's on Twitter and Instagram. And then, of course, you can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram as well at Hood Howard Stern, all right? So make sure you check us out on Facebook as well. You can like our page, the He Say, She Say show. And as soon as CoCo J quits spreading Ebola, we can get to the show. So what's been going on with you, though?
I'm in the weather.
Yeah, I can tell. But we're doing the show anyway. And guess where we're doing the show from? Colorado. Yeah, I thought you was going to answer, but you didn't answer. So, yeah, so we're doing the show from Colorado today, so we're not doing it on location. We are definitely together in the studio in Colorado, so it's definitely lovely to have you here. How you feel? It's 60 degrees outside.
I know, right? It's better than where I came from, Michigan weather.
Yeah, I heard it's snowing right about now. Probably like 20 degrees. I think it's supposed to be in the teens this weekend. So shout out to all my people in Detroit freezing there. Freezing. All right, I was getting ready to use my E-Block radio terminology, but yeah, I know y'all freezing out in Detroit, but it's all good, man. It's 60 degrees in Colorado, so you know how you love that. But it's been, like I said, 7 days since the last time we was on the air. So, Ms. CoCo J, what's going on with you?
Not too much. I've been kind of under the weather for the past few days, 4 days, something like that.
6 days, about 2 weeks. Yeah.
So I've been trying to take care of that.
Spreading Ebola. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And chilling's been, before I came to Colorado, get everything together with the kids, my kids situated and stuff.
Okay.
Just, getting that all together.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a good deal. Sounds like nothing too eventful, I guess. Any new movies you've seen lately? Or maybe not new movies, but movies new to you?
Yeah, we, Ride Along 2.
We forgot.
We finally seen that movie yesterday.
Which, by the way, Ride Along 2 was definitely better, more funny than Ride Along 1, but someone doesn't agree.
I disagree. It had more action in Ride Along 2, but it wasn't as funny as the first one. So.
I don't believe that. Like, Ride Along 1 was almost, you know what? Ride Along 1 was almost forced, it seemed like. 2 seemed a little more genuine, like, or maybe because we wasn't used to the Kevin Hart Ice Cube thing, you know what I'm saying, on the first one. But the second one I felt like was a little more, it was a little more believable. I guess it kind of, they coexisted. The first one seemed like I don't know, it wasn't as funny to me. So I don't know. I think part 2 was better.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
Oh, okay, that's what it sounds like it's gonna happen anyway. But yeah. So that was good. So I'm thinking about going to see Deadpool, perhaps, maybe. I'm not sure. Probably try to catch a matinee on that, though. I can't really imagine paying $11 to go see it, even though it looked like it's a good movie, though. But,
right, you can wait slowly.
Yeah, okay. I may do that. All right, but outside of that, man, what else has been going on? That's been about it?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Really? I had a bad experience with Spirit. I would never ever try to fly Spirit again. Although I have to fly back home.
On Spirit, right?
Spirit,
so you might want to speak too soon on that.
I'm just saying afterwards.
Yeah. So let the people know what happened.
Well, it was the flight coming here. I was supposed to have been here Tuesday. They delayed the flight for about 3-4 hours. Then they turned around and canceled the whole flight. So I was pissed. So we had to stand in the line. They actually was a total of 3 flights that was canceled with Spirit. But anyway, make a long story short, I had to stand in the rebooking line for about
3 hours.
About 3-4 hours.
I ain't gonna say 4.
Man, it seemed like it was about 4 hours. Back hurting, feet hurting, everything hurt. They offered us no peanuts, no waters, no nothing. No kind of. They didn't have any kind of customer service skills. But anyway, I made it Wednesday morning, right. And I slept all day Wednesday morning because I was tired.
Right. Now they did offer you a $500 gift card to postpone your flight until like 9 o'clock though, right? Or was that Spirit or was that?
No, that was Delta.
That's
Delta.
right. Oh, so yeah, that don't even count then. That's a good experience for Delta, not them.
That's something different. But
okay.
Spirit did give us a $50 credit or something like that. $50 voucher.
Okay.
So I said I was gonna use that towards my bag tonight.
So you can use it for whatever. It doesn't have to be for a ticket.
No, this is what the lady told me. So hopefully I know.
Yeah. So probably she gave you some more information.
I hope not.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to use it unless you use a Spirit airline flight ticket.
All right. Well, we shall see when I check in my bag Tuesday.
Yeah. What you should have done, since we radio personalities and everything, what you should have done was tweeted your terrible experience, which is not too late. It's not too late to tweet your terrible experience, to share your horrible experience, and maybe Spirit will offer you something a little more. Matter of fact, we'll try that after the show.
I don't want to. I'm not messing with Spirit.
Why not?
Offer me anything.
We'll let them offer you something. You might as well, because you got to go back on it, so you might as well do it. So, yeah, we'll tweet that after the show, so make sure you check out the tweets from Hey, it's CoCo J on Twitter. And you know what? I'm going to chime in, too. It wasn't my experience, but I guess I'll go ahead and say something, too, just so we get something stirred up. Because, from what I understand, Spirit is probably one of the worst airlines that as it is in customer service anyway. One of the worst airlines only because they give you a $19 ticket and then you gotta pay to have shoes on the plane. You gotta pay to have hair on the plane. You gotta pay for everything. Like you gotta pay if you breathe heavy, like if you don't breathe regular, then you gotta pay an extra fee. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Spirit for bad customer service, but we'll go ahead and put y'all on blast. So might as well. I mean, it ain't the first time. Like I'm pretty sure they heard it before. So.
And then when I did put it on Facebook. That Spirit Airlines sucks, and then a couple of my aunt and a couple other people had commented on it and said, "You didn't know Spirit?" I'm like, "Oh no, I didn't know." So I guess they experienced it as well.
Yeah, and you know what? It's relatively inexpensive if you just get on the plane. Like if you're going somewhere where your clothes and everything is already there, then I guess it's cheap then, because you don't have to pay for bags or nothing. But I'm gonna tell you this. I think the best flying experience that I had was probably what is that? Is it American Airlines? That's the red and blue one right here. So American Airlines was actually the best experience, but the most expensive. Like it cost the most ever that I ever seen in life. But yeah, it was a good experience though. The seating was good. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. The bags was free. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but the ticket was high as hell. You know what I'm saying? The ticket was high as hell. Yeah, the bags was free. But the ticket was high as hell. So like you how was it? It was something crazy. It was like a carry-on and a check bag for free. Anything outside of that you had to pay for it.
Right.
But shit, that was cool. That's all I needed. Yeah, that was cool. But like I said, the ticket was high as hell, but the customer service was great. Like the online shit worked good. I checked in early, did all that stuff, and then when I got there, slid right through the line. It was cool. It was a nice experience, but like I said, you gotta pay to play, I guess. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you one that's relatively inexpensive, not inexperienced, but inexpensive, and that's a Frontier airline. Like I said, I'm not sure if it go a lot of places because I think it's a smaller airline, and it comes from Colorado, so maybe that's why the tickets are a little less expensive. I'm gonna tell you like this: it's no thrills and frills. You know what I'm saying? It's just a seat on an airplane, but it's cheap. It's cheap and never had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Well, I only used it one time, but it wasn't a problem. Bags was good. Flight was on time. You know what I'm saying? It was relatively inexpensive, even though, I'll say inexpensive for the time of year that I flew, because the places I was checking was like $500 or $600. You know what I'm saying? I flew with Frontier for maybe around $400, so it was maybe about $100 less than other places. And then just on a normal, like you get flights, for $100 or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty inexpensive. It's a basic ass airplane, so it's just a plane and two wings and shit. Like
that's all I need.
as long as it gets to where it's going. Exactly. Yeah. So it ain't like no luxury seats, no VIP seats, or nothing. But it's cool. It was cool with me. It was inexpensive, so that's what's up. But other than that, man, other than the bad customer service experience with Spirit, like now you had went on Spirit before and it was okay, right?
Yeah, it was cool. It just made me mad this time.
All right, so you're sourpuss about it. It's cool. We can tweet about it. It's all good. That's what people do now. They go online to you know.
I ain't about to do all I did it, so I'm done with it.
Well, I'm saying you might get something else. You might get a free ticket to the Bahamas or something.
I doubt it.
No, you never know. Shit, if you go hard enough on Twitter, you never know. And you know, we like radio personalities now. Like they take media people, you know, a little more closely because we got a lot of people listening to what we say.
Mm.
I'm just saying, not that you want to exploit that, but unless you want to. But
I'm good. What you been up to?
I ain't been up to nothing, man. I got you know, like you said, went to go see Ride Along 2, so that was good. Better than the first one, I have to say. I know you don't agree, so we go agree to disagree, as you say. But that's really about it. But too, I just wanted to, you know, I know this is a relationship show, but it's Black History Month. That's how I'm gonna segue into this. I don't really know if they got anything to do with it, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about. We won't talk exactly about the Super Bowl, but I want to talk about the halftime show, of course, which has been a little bit under scrutiny since Beyonce and the Black Panther, the Black Panther movement. But so the what is it? Day after, I believe on that Monday, Giuliani used to be the mayor of New York City, came out and just pretty much, you know, I'm not certain of the exact words, but pretty much it was like he felt it was in bad taste that Beyonce used the platform of the Super Bowl halftime show to promote a stance, what he called an attack on police officers. All right. So first of all, the thing is, of course, not only was it the 50th Super Bowl, but it was also the 50th year anniversary of the Black Panthers, you know, coincidentally. But the thing is that the Black Panthers was created because, okay, I don't know a PG way to say it. So Black Panthers was created because white people was kicking our ass. Like that's the problem. White people and police officers and authorities was kicking our ass. And this is the reason why it was developed. So people, you know, people on social media, of course, because that's where the most bravery comes from, is social media and the internet. But, you know, they want to liken the Black Panther movement to the Ku Klux Klan. Now, I don't know a whole lot of history about the Ku Klux Klan, other than they hung a lot of black people. That's about the only thing I know. So perhaps there's some kind of basis for that organization. I'm not certain. But I don't see how you can put those two in the same category. So this was a moment in time where this was necessary. Like you can't ever tell me a time where the Ku Klux Klan was necessary. It's some shit that they did, but the Black Panther Party or the Black Panther movement was something that was necessary. Like we was in a situation where nobody was standing up for us, so it was necessary. So I can't look at it the way people are trying to look at it right now, and I don't think that is a problem that we use the Super Bowl halftime show as a platform for that. I mean, do you?
No, I mean, no. Yeah, I don't see an issue with it at all because that's what people do. When you have a big platform like that, why not?
That's what you use it for. When you get into those places, those positions of power, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
You know,
and everybody gonna always have something to say. So.
Yeah, especially when it comes to, you know, people with pigment in their skin. But anyway, so enough of that, man. So shout out to Beyonce and the Formation song. I believe it's called Formation. And I haven't seen the actual video yet.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but I keep hearing the video is like the video is the truth, though. So I guess Huey Newton would be excited about it. From what I understand, like I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, and another thing, man. Since we're talking about race and we're talking about the Super Bowl, I'm kind of put that together. I don't know. All right, so O.J. Simpson, right?
Right. You know,
right. Okay. The white Bronco, A.C. Collins, all that. So I've been watching the miniseries in the second episode now, and they already to the point where, you know, they had the infamous Bronco chase. But this is kind of about relationships. But I guess my question is, because this is, I mean, what we're going into today, if you've been checking us out on Twitter and Facebook, we're talking about the number one reason for relationships to break up or for people to break up. And it's funny to me. Well, not funny. I take that back. All right, I didn't mean funny. But I mean, the basis of the OJ trial and the basis of Nicole getting killed is that allegedly, I guess we can call it allegedly because he never actually got any time for it. So allegedly, it was an abusive relationship. Like he was kicking her ass, right? So it's funny to me though when you look at those situations. I mean, he's a celebrity, of course, but it does appear to me that when we go into this discussion about the number one reason for couples breaking up, I'm not gonna be alarmed. I'm not gonna be alarmed if abuse is not at the top of the list, because it seems like, and we can only determine this from maybe personal relationships, or for if you've never experienced it, then usually it's of a celebrity status that you see this type of thing going on, especially lately football players, National Football League players. But it doesn't seem like women getting beat up make them leave. Is that because of the dudes they with, like the celebrity status? Like if they was getting their ass kicked by a Chrysler worker, would they leave? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think that matters.
You don't think it matters? Like what is it?
I don't know. But some women like that.
I don't know.
Some women, that's a whole different topic.
It's still the same. It's still the same kind of thing. I mean, we're talking about what the number one reason is, and oddly enough, so first of all, let me say this. I was watching Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show, so shout out to Corey Holcomb and Darlene and Freeze Love and Zoe Williams. You know what I'm saying? I check them out every week. Sometimes I get ideas from them. Hopefully they okay with that. But but yeah. So the thing is, they went through a few things. I think Corey Holcomb said something about about money. You know what I'm saying? Money being an issue, and then of course trust, and people who have lied in relationships is a good cause of that. But oddly enough, through the whole session that they was having this conversation, nobody said that. Nobody said abuse. Nobody said they're getting their ass kicked, that's why they break up. Nobody says that. Is that because that's not the case? That's one of the things you can live through. Well, he ain't cheat on me. He whooping my ass, but he ain't cheat on me.
Oh, some people deal with it. Some people don't mess with it.
Yeah, I guess it's just depending on who you are.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask about that because, like I said, just a little bit off the subject. I've been watching the OJ thing, and I know that Marsha Clark, one of the prosecutors, her main thing was that she felt like this was gonna be a way to get OJ back because he never served no time for beating up Nicole. So this is the thing, you know what I'm saying? So it seemed like women. Let me see. It seemed like women always frown upon this shit, right? Oh no, I can't believe she stayed. Why is she doing or why is he not being convicted? Why is nothing happening to him? But then so many women elect to stay. Yeah. So it's a retarded argument. All right, yeah. Retarded. I take that back. It's a bad argument. I mean, what do you think about that though?
I mean, for the women who stick around, well, as I call it domestic violence.
Right. That's the real.
I mean, some women think that's how it's an expression of love. An expression of love.
Huh. You really think that?
I'm just saying.
Well,
some women, I don't know, low self-esteem, they stick around because of that.
Yeah.
Thinking they can't find nobody else, or it's different reasons for everybody. So
I guess so.
I don't think it's a good enough reason. No, I couldn't find myself sticking around in an abusive relationship.
And just not to dwell on football players, but I mean they the ones that's in the news lately for kicking that woman's ass. But Johnny Manziel, right, or Johnny Football as some people call him, he's been in the news lately because I mean apparently he been whooping his ex-girlfriend. Now mind you, his ex-girlfriend, not his current girlfriend, but his ex-girlfriend. He's been whooping her ass since last summer. And this is what I don't understand. All these new 911 calls start coming up, all these new allegations. But how long you been getting your ass whooped though? Like he been in the league like what a year or two. You've been getting your ass beat for a long time because he was probably whooping your ass when y'all was together.
Right.
Now you the ex and he still whooping your ass.
Right.
How is that even possible? I don't understand. So now you wanna create this whole issue. Now mind you, first of all, let me say this too. If any of this is true, I'm not certain why the NFL hasn't handled Johnny Manziel the way they handle black people in the league. But that's a whole other subject. Because Johnny Manziel, if he's been whooping his woman ass since June of last year, allegedly, what I'm saying, then definitely there's a problem. Somebody needs to fix that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how did she go this long in her ass beat though? Like these have been allegations floating for a minute, and then something just recently happened. So why are you still there? Hey, what are you doing? Right. So how does he get a chance to whoop her ass if it's his ex? I don't get it.
Do they have kids together? I mean, I'm saying
I don't know.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
How we got the right to whoop her ass.
No, I asked that because how is it that
they still involved?
Being around one another.
I have no idea.
So that's why I asked that.
That's weird though, right? She's standing around for the ass whooping. I guess she's trying to get a payday or something. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. But we go jump right on in because we already talking about it anyway. So don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com or if you're on Blog Talk Radio, you can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. If you're on the mobile app right now, you can also hit that number 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key. We want to know what you think, man. What is the number one reason that causes breakups, man? So, CoCo J, we got to go to you first. So hopefully you got all the snot out your nose and you can breathe comfortably. So what's going on? What you think? What's the number one thing?
The number one thing that causes breakups.
Uh-huh.
That's a hard one to say the number one thing.
All right, what's the top three? Top three. Number one.
I would say this. I mean, I would have to say communication. No communication in a relationship.
Okay.
And no trust.
So which one is number one?
I think communication, because all the other stuff goes all into communication.
Yeah.
I think. And I can't even really say it's number one. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with communication.
Okay. All right. Well, you explained it, I guess. You explained it.
So communication.
Yeah.
So, for different relationships, you might go in a relationship with a dude that ain't shit.
Uh-huh.
So he cheated on, but you still thinking with him. So, for certain people, that could just be that, because your man or your woman is a cheater. But I'm just saying. But
if that's been communicated.
But if you communicate.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm just saying, that's what it boils down to, I believe, in relationships. You have to communicate, whether you have a financial issue, sexual issues.
Sexual issues.
Yeah, if you have an issue.
How come that's not never in the top? As important as sex is to women, how come women never admit to sex being one of the reasons they break up with a dude? They don't want to seem shallow. Hey, some women, you probably one of them too. You probably broke up with a dude for some bad sex.
I would talk to that person first before I break up with him and see if this can be worked out. If we can get this together.
But it is an important thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why is that never part of no woman?
That's not what keeps the relationship together. Sex don't keep a relationship together.
It don't.
No.
It don't.
It plays.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
It plays a part in the relationship, but it doesn't keep necessarily. Everything can't be bad and just hold on to sex. That's not good. So sex can't hold your relationship together.
Okay.
So if we having issues in the bedroom, I'm about to sit down and we're gonna talk this shit through. Then if we can't talk it through, then I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? If we talking it through, we communicate. So communication on number one thing. What you mean you don't know?
Communicate to come up with a plan to resolve the issue.
Well,
not just talk about it.
We communicated about it. So you good. That's your number
No,
one thing.
communication to resolve the issue.
All resolutions don't come out of communication.
So where they come from?
I'm just saying, sometimes you can talk shit out and it don't never resolve.
I mean, we can try. Communication means we're trying. So we can communicate what's going on in our relationship, and we both are putting the effort to make it work. Then that's all we can do. Now, after we done communicated and we put forth an effort to try to work it out, then if it don't work, then okay, then maybe we need to sit down and just come to an agreement. Like, hey, this ain't working.
You need some of that outside penis. I'm gonna get some of this outside penis. You're not doing it.
And some people,
your penis is whack.
Some people respond to that without even.
Okay. All right. So, all right, I'll agree. But right, I know I gotta agree because he say, she say, not she say, he say. But the reality of it is that the number one cause of breakups is financial.
You think so?
You don't believe that. I mean, out of the 47? We just did the show not too long ago. Was it 47% of marriages that break up?
Well, why?
More, I'm just saying, 47% of marriages end in divorce in the first 6 years. Of that 47%, nearly 80% of that is due to finance.
But why?
What you mean, why?
I'm saying, you saying it's, okay, I can understand that all marriage couples have financial issues. But once again, I'm going to go back to communication. Because if you communicate...
Before you go any further, you want a man with no job?
I'm not going to, no, I don't.
Why not? Because you can communicate about some things, though, right? So why you don't want a man with no job?
I'm not going to even, we're talking about people that's already in a relationship. But you got me stuttering.
Right.
We're talking about a dude. We're talking about someone we're talking about established relationships.
So I just asked you, why you don't want a man with no job?
What do I want to do with a man with no job?
Wow.
Now.
And there you have it.
No, listen. Now if we're together, married, a couple, and if something happened in between time while we're together, and you don't have a job, that's different.
It shouldn't be.
It is.
It shouldn't be no different if you met me with no job.
Why not?
Because you don't believe that money is the reason why motherfuckers break up.
You said the number one.
Yes.
I'm not going to mess with you from the beginning if you ain't got no job, first of all.
Why not?
Second of all.
Why not?
Because I'm not.
Because that finance is important. So when that finance breaks down, even when you're in a relationship,
I didn't ever say
it's going to cause you to break up.
Okay, but I didn't know. It don't necessarily have to cause you. It don't have to cause you to break up. If you communicate what's going on to your partner, what's going on, financial situations, if y'all be on the same page with y'all financial situation and stuff, how can it cause you to break up?
How honest are you with your financial situation?
I'm honest with my financial situation.
How many guys are honest about their financial situation? I'm gonna tell you, this is the reason why people on Wall Street lose their money in these grand schemes and then kill everybody in the house, including themselves. Because they
don't know how to communicate to their partner.
Because they lost that shit 6 months ago, and they know that they can't tell their wife that shit. Because financial shit ruins relationships. That's why.
That could be.
Women getting their ass beat, dudes stepping on their woman. These celebrities, I say, because they got a lot of money.
We ain't talking about just celebrities.
But I'm just saying, we talking about the money aspect of it, though.
You ain't got to be a celebrity to break up like
Well,
that.
I'm just looking at a major amount of money. I'm just saying.
Why got to be a major amount of money?
Because that's what I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about right now.
Oh, you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at. That's the one part I'm looking at. But the truth though, the money make you stick around getting your ass beat from your dude stepping out on you and shit. But see, Kobe wife still there.
But we're not talking about. I can't speak on that perspective. Well, yes, I can, because I would never stick around to get my ass beat because of the money. So I can't speak on that.
So if you are being well taken care of, you got your ass beat one time. You ain't go put a little makeup on and say he ain't gonna do it again.
Ain't no such thing as one time.
So you mean to tell me we going to the phone lines, man? I don't believe that. We gonna shoot to the phone lines. I got 313-995. You on live? He say, she say.
Oh, I'm in the queue with the Q E-Block Radio.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? The topic is about trust and love. And
what you think the number one reason for people breaking up is?
My opinion, to be really real, when we keep it really real, son, keep it real, son. Like Dave Chappelle, keep it real, son. Really real, son.
Keep it real,
expectations. My opinion, I think expectations. People set outrageous expectations, and then ultimately you really do got a good person, but your expectations lead you elsewhere. In my opinion, your expectation of who she should be, who he should be, how he should be taking care of you, or how he should be doing this, or how she should be doing this. When you kind of let a person be themselves, I think you kind of, in my opinion, I think you figure it out. You see it. Now it's up to you to make that decision. Say, do I love him enough, or do I love her enough to stay? Because through all that, I see who she is. I got to be, from everybody who tell me who got married, this is the person I love. Yeah, you love her, but this is the person whose shit I can accept the most. So can you accept that part of it? Okay, I love her, but all that other shit I can accept. So everybody else shit I've been dating off and on through the years, I can't deal with nobody else shit, but I can deal with her shit. I love her too, so you go ahead and do this. In my opinion, we don't live up to each other's expectations. We paint these pictures.
Right, and I kind of like you said, though, it's
kind of like what?
Just like I guess you used a different word, but I think it's kind of the same thing. Like, because sometimes people fall in love with the potential of a person and not the actual person.
Yeah, I think expectation versus potential.
Exactly. Yeah, I think CoCo J. I think you said you had read something like that, right? Or you had said something about that. Where did you get it from? Michael Bays or something? It's one of them, right?
Michael Bays. That's a critic, isn't it?
Michael Bays got some good relationship shit. I
don't know, but just like he said, expectations. But at the same time, I'm gonna go back to what I said with communication, because you have to communicate those expectations when you first meet that person from the beginning, anyway, and within a relationship. So once you communicate all your expectations, now if you hearing that, you can able to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the problem with that is.
Tell me what the problem is. Q Doggy Dog from the West Coast.
A lot of women believe that even when they hear those expectations from a man, even if those expectations are beyond her reach, she has some reason in her head she believes that those are attainable at some point, because she can either mold him into changes his expectations into what she wants them to be, or that she can finally settle into accepting them. Usually it's the first one. Usually it's the I'm going to change his expectations and change him.
Some women think like that, yeah.
Probably most.
I can't say that.
I would say most. Testosterone, are you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm here. I would agree with you. I think they.
Thank you.
Even I mean, we do it as men. I mean, I can't say we don't want driving down. They don't want driving down that street. We do it as men. We expect y'all to be homely, godly. We expect y'all to help turn the house we buy into a home. Any man, we're meant to buy a house. We'll buy a house. We'll put a refrigerator, TV, food in, and that's it. Now, if you want to see pictures, colored walls, that's the woman is going to help us turn that into a house. But the expectation, once we set that, we go after those expectations. Like, okay, I think she can do this. I think she don't even cook. She don't even clean up. She don't even do laundry. You do it. Next you know, you 5 years in, slipped up, got a pregnant. Like, shit. Got babies in my house. She'll cook, she'll clean, shit. God damn, what did I think? God damn. I mean, like it's a two-way street though. I can't say it's just us. It's just them. It's a two-way street. I think communication is key to a point, but I think communication comes with getting to know, courting, and or getting to know one another. When you put it's like almost like that experiment that Steve Harvey did, that that's driving the internet crazy. To see those two women come out and tell them how many what do you make? How many rooms are in your house? Like, well, when you see yourself like being with someone amazing, like what does that freaking mean? But then you're gonna come to me with your expectations. Get to know me. Those expectations and that communication will be there when I'm comfortable communicating my financial status to you. Let's get to know each other. Let's see if we can have a conversation. Because if we get to putting rings on fingers and we get to age 60, 65, 70, it ain't going to be too much freaky-deaky stuff going on. It's going to be conversation at the end of the day. So, let's see if we can converse at the beginning and then learn, okay, he got 6 figures. Okay, or his FICO score 500 or FICO score 500. Get to know me. Don't bring all that stuff to the table right now. Like, damn, okay. Well, you want to have sex every night? You want somebody to do this, looking all in your body, eat the groceries every other night? Do I want to do that? No, I don't. So thanks for telling me up front, though. Thanks for letting me waste this $50 on this first date, so I don't waste it again. But just let me get to know you, find out, hey, I do like eating groceries. I do. I don't mind doing that, and vice versa. But let's build up to that. Communication, courting. People don't court no more. People court your expectations and then get upset that those expectations aren't what they expected.
That's part of it though. Like courting and getting to know the person that you're dating is part of it. But a lot of people go in courting and dating a person that they think they want to date with these expectations and don't even know themselves.
Oh, great! Yeah. You got to know what you want. You got to know what you want and where you see yourself at and what you want in life. I want to do that. If I love you, I'll help you get there. And vice versa, I hope you help me get there. Hope she help me get there. But find out what you want, because I want to shine if you shine.
I agree with you at some point, but at the same time, all these things
at some point, who is this radio show host, man? Who is this co-host that's carrying me down? She just tear me down, son. I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
It's still communication. You can communicate in the beginning, in the middle, in between. You still have to communicate your expectations, whatever. But
your expectations may be false if you don't know yourself.
But we're not even talking about that. What's the we like to
communication. I think we're putting communication in the box. We're thinking about talking about everything. You could tell me you the princess of the Nile, but until I walk in and see that you have a Casbah waiting on you, it's just all talk. So it's kind of like communication is in the box in the sense of it's verbal and nonverbal. You say you this type of woman, you say that type of person, this type of man. Let me show you. Let my actions speak louder than my words. Now, if we're not paying attention to your actions, if we're not paying attention to your communication through your actions, then that's your fault. That's our fault, but that's because we love someone that don't really love themselves, because they're communicating a false person to us. We fell in love with that false person. You communicated through verbally, and now we're seeing your nonverbal communication through your actions. Like, well, you don't even pay the bill. You don't never want to pick up the check. You don't never want to drive. You don't even got a car. You don't even cook. You don't clean or shit. You say you want to be you a homebody, but you don't cook. You a homebody, but you don't clean. Like,
cooking lesson.
I think we putting communication in the box. Like, it's verbal and nonverbal. We paying attention to what you're saying, but also you got to pay attention to what you see.
Right. Communication can go a long way. I'm not just saying communicating about what you want. Communicate about your expectations, what you need in that relationship, what you want in a relationship, and through action, of course. So at the same time, even with the expectations, you have to show action with whatever expectations. You say the number one thing you think is expectation. We expect we have too many high expectations or maybe low expectations. So
I
at the
think
same
it's
time,
low expectations.
it has to do with action.
Oh, I agree. Action is, you love somebody, you meet them in school, and you fall in love with them. Then it takes you all the way to let's just find a city in an area and live Denver, Colorado. You in love.
Man, shut up, dog.
Love and expectations make you do that, baby. Not just communication. You're a good man. You're a good man.
All right, thanks for your call,
He's a good man, son. Say what?
Thanks for your call, bro.
No, I love you too, man. Hey, Q.
What's happening?
I was gonna say a Dave Chappelle line, but I forgot it. Man, have a good day, bro. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Man. So, man, thanks for calling, man. But yeah, so I know it's like, to me that sounds like a communication is like it's like a crutch. That's easy to say. It's not a crutch. That's easy to say.
Okay, so let me tell you this. So let me ask you this rather. So you say financial, he say high expectations period. Uh-huh. So if you're in a relationship, or even if you're just starting dating this person, or even if you're into it for a year or two. Uh-huh. So I'm not saying communicate just to get to know one another. Communicate things, your issues in your relationship. I'm not saying just what color you like, or you know what I'm saying. I'm saying communicate whatever issues that you think that you see what's going on in your relationship.
And I don't believe that though, because as the man in a relationship, more often than not, I won't say in every situation, but more often than not, you are the provider. So this is like a business kind of thing. Like when the corporation is going under, do you try to fix it, or do you tell all the employees that they might be losing their job? Sometimes you don't tell all the employees that they're gonna lose their job because you fixing it. See, this is where you say communication. Some financial communication don't have to happen.
If you feel it's about to break up your relationship, why don't it need to happen?
Because me telling you that we getting ready to lose the house.
Before it gets to that point, though, is what I'm saying. That's what my point is. Before it gets to that point of us about to lose the house, we might not even have. We probably didn't have to get to that point if you would have communicated that with me already.
And what was gonna happen?
Who knows? Communication, though.
What was gonna happen?
You tell me. You wouldn't know until it happens, right? Until you communicate.
What's gonna happen other than both of us panicking for 6 months? I'm just saying.
Especially with married couples, you're supposed to communicate that kind of stuff with your partner.
You got the kids going on and everything.
It don't matter.
I fucked up on something, so I tell you, like, you know what? We behind. It's gonna be like 6 months.
That is when you're supposed to talk.
But then what?
And then when you sit down with two brains trying to work this shit out together, not just one. Baby, the people will be here to put us out tomorrow. You just telling me the night before what?
Yeah, probably a week before.
You could have been communicated this, or we could have been talked about it.
That's not how.
Two brains better than one brain.
That's not how testicles work.
But you know what?
I would tell you that again. That's not how.
Sometimes men have to
that's
stay
not how
quiet to the
testicles work.
side.
Dude, did James Evans ever come over to tell Florida about how the rent was short?
Too much pride would get us put out the fucking house.
James Evans went to 2 jobs, washing cars and working at the grocery store and shit. He didn't tell Florida like we getting ready to get evicted. That's what I'm saying.
Too much pride. Pride will get you in the worst place ever. That's pride. Sometimes
they never got kicked out though. He always made it happen.
Sometimes you got, as a man, you gotta let that pride go and talk to your partner. Let them know what's going on.
What's the point of having pride if you gotta let it go?
You can have pride, but too much pride ain't good.
How do you figure that?
Because it's not. If it gets to that point, to where you can't communicate to your partner what's really going on, you're trying to make it. You're trying to hide it.
Trying to fix it yourself. Hey, we got a couple minutes, man. If you're on Blog Talk Radio right now or on eblockradio.com, you can hit us up, 283-4647 and hit that number one key, man. We only got about 5 minutes left before we get up out of here, so hit that one key and don't be scared. But so you say that communication is number one, which I think is a cop out because that's too easy. It's too easy.
No, it's not a cop out and it's not easy because communication is what will get you to understand your partner, get you to understand what's going on in the relationship before it gets to that point, before that person may want to go cheat on a partner, or before that person may want to, if the man has been fucked up some money or something, or y'all having issues in the bedroom or something, you have to talk to your partner. It's not just
if you have issues in the bed, yeah.
No, I'm just saying communication is not easy at all because that's.
No. I'm saying using that as your answer is easy. Is what I'm saying.
No, because it's the truth. To me, that's the truth.
But see what you just did though. You say communication, then you bottle it, everything up under it. That's like not really answering the question.
That's just like saying, if you cheating on me or something like that, or you haven't but you thought about it, and your actions is different, or you seem a little different, and I noticed it. So I'm asking you, baby, what's wrong? Or you know what I'm saying? You acting different, or you staying late at the office, or you staying late out. You stay with your boys, and then when I call, you don't answer, stuff like that. So I come to you.
That's not communication. That's investigation.
No, I come to you and I ask you and I tell you how I feel, baby. Well, I think you might be doing this because I called, or blah blah blah. Oh, I mean, you bringing this issue to your partner. That's communication. Now, if he out there cheating, and you just.
So when does it become excessive communication?
Excessive communication?
Does that ever happen? Yeah, does that ever happen? When you say things like you just said just a second ago, what did you say?
I just said a whole bunch of stuff.
You said you was out with your boys. I called you and answered the phone. What if that happens excessively? That can be a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
When it ain't even nothing going on.
It still can be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could really make it a bad thing.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. So you talk to your partner.
For how long? For how many times you got to tell?
Well, it's only so many times you should be able to, you should bring that to his attention or her attention.
It's only so many times?
It's only so many times.
It's only so many times.
And then if it's nothing changed, then.
If it's nothing changed, no. What if there's nothing to be found with those concerns?
That means you would start answering your damn phone. But I say communication. That all boils down to. Now people do break up because they've been cheated on, or they find out that they made it cheating. Lack of interest, or they just lose interest in one another. You won't know that until what?
Do you lose interest in one another? I don't know. You want a time frame? I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. All that is just keeping up the conversation with your partner. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Talking to your partner.
So we communicate about the finances. Shit keep coming over short all the time. At what point we talking about it, but we ain't never getting a resolution that you gonna be like, man, fuck this. I need somebody who can hold their hand. Right? That means the communication happened, but guess what broke us up still? The finance. See how that works? Like you talked about it. It ain't getting fixed.
Okay, so go in a relationship without talking at all about nothing what's going on. Or telling your partner how you feel. Or telling your partner what's going on with the financial. Just don't talk to one another. Fuck it, just be roommates. And just
It'll probably last longer than me paying the bill.
And just don't.
No, or not paying the bill, rather.
Don't say how you feel. Don't say, baby, the sex, baby. Don't.
It would probably last longer than if I didn't pay the bill.
If you didn't pay the bill.
Yes.
The relationship will last longer if you didn't pay the bill?
No, I'm saying if living with that non-communication would last longer, right, than if I wasn't paying the bills. If I wasn't paying the bills, shit, you out quickly. And we ain't talking, but shit, I come on with the lights on and shit.
It's about paying the bills. It's about.
But I'm talking about finance though. I'm talking about the comparison between the two. So we're sticking to that. So if I come to this mug every day, shit good, food, you can go shop, do everything you please, and we don't have a fucking word, our relationship would last longer than if you come home and the lights off. And the house about to get took.
It wouldn't be no relationship, it'd be roommates. If we don't talk to, if you don't talk to your partner, that's not a relationship.
You see
just
movies.
Because they're paying the bills, that's not what you call a relationship.
You see movies. That's why old rich white women always end up fucking the pool boys. They didn't leave their husband though because they got all this. I can go swim in the pool. I can go shopping on Rodeo Drive. I don't see this motherfucker but 3 times a day, 3 times a month. But shit, he out getting money. I'm living good. We say I'm a fuck Pedro.
Some people are
the pool boy.
Some people are okay with that. Me personally, I'm not okay with that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not okay with
Probably
that.
most women would be okay with that.
I like to talk with my partner.
Most women would be okay with that.
You're probably right. And unfortunately, in the end, they still gonna break up.
Yeah, but it will last longer.
What's there? What's there though? There's nothing there.
Well, we just talking about what will last longer. See, that's the only thing I'm trying to say. All right, man. It's about that time to get up out of here, man. So one last time. We already know what your answer is. So what's the number one cause of breakups in your head?
Well, cheating, lying, domestic violence. Well, I can't add domestic violence because ain't no damn communication for that. But all the other shit, it all boils down. Even with the boy said, expectations. Kicking it with your partner. Having a relationship, not just because they're paying the bills, but having a relationship with your partner to where y'all can kick it. Y'all can, communicate. Communication. We'll stick with that. That's all I'm going to say. It's the number one. I think the number one breakup because people don't do that no more.
All right, so
they don't talk out their issues anymore. So they just cheat and they just do whatever they need to do. They just say fuck communicating about anything.
All right, well I disagree, but all right, it's cool. You said your point. I say it's finances. I think finances is the number one reason why people break up at some point is because something wasn't being paid or somebody mishandling money. That's the way I think. That's the way I think it is. And I think most dudes would probably believe that anyway because we only function off of physical shit. And then for a lot of women who always say that communication, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women, this is a woman's answer and shit, obviously.
That is not a woman's answer.
That is a woman's answer. A woman and probably, I don't know, Tyrese or somebody. But
most women ain't going to say communication.
You don't think so?
No, most women going to say cheating.
But you said that go along, somehow they go to communication.
In mine, yeah.
So anyway, I'll let you have your say. All right. So a lot of women say, you say that communication is the number one thing. Now, the thing is that a lot of women, I won't say most, but a lot of women who say that or who believe that don't know how to communicate themselves. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, saying everything that's on your mind ain't communication.
No, I'm not. It's be.
You had your chance. We were talking off air. But yeah, most women who say that communication break or the lack of communication breaks their relationships don't even know how to communicate. Only because they've dealt with so many dudes that don't communicate. When they actually get with somebody who communicates, they don't even know how to talk to them. So. But that's just my theory on things. But you know what? I ain't no relationship expert. You know what I'm saying? I'm just steadily working on mine. So with that being said, man, it's been a lovely show today. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on eblockradio.com. Everybody that checked us out on Blog Talk Radio. Everybody who downloaded the mobile app. Check us out today. And make sure that you check me out tomorrow as well for Real Rap Radio at 8 p.m. And then check us out again next Thursday for Straight from the E-Block Radio. Live on your dial Thursday from 7 until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's been lovely talking about breaking up. Great topic. But on that note, man, we up out of here, man. I'll check y'all out next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day weekend. And for the fellas, have a wonderful All-Star weekend because I'll be watching the All-Star game. But anyway, we'll holler at y'all next week, man. I'm up out of here, dog. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
All right, your girl CoCo J. Be blessed and be safe.
Peace.